Comment, like, share, subscribe. And comment, like, share, subscribe. What? Comment, like, share, what? Subscribe. I see that you guys are watching, but you're not subscribing, guys. I have so many more people watching than subscribing. Please do subscribe, like, share, because this is how so many more people will be able to see this truth and learn this truth as well and see our videos. So please do what? Comment, like, share, subscribe. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Can you see my spirit? No, I'm actually asking, like, can you actually see my spirit? And anyone who says they can see my spirit, put it in the comments below, and I promise you I will read out your names in my next video. Don't test me. Can you see my spirit? Because you're going to be proving to me that you're probably a ghost, okay? And everybody else that's watching this video. So, can you see my spirit? No? Some of you say yes because you want to prove you're a ghost. All right, let's go. You cannot see my spirit, right? But my spirit is the one talking to you. My spirit needs an image. Yes, this flesh, this skin makes up my image, but the spirit is on the inside. You hear my spirit, but the spirit is using the vocal cords of this body, right? I can switch my vocal cords any kind of way I want. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's up now? So my image can do that, but my spirit, you cannot see. You can't see my spirit. You can see my image, right? I'm using my vocal cords, but my spirit doesn't sound like this. My spirit doesn't sound like, hey guys, what's up? That's just my image. My spirit is divine, right? Because I'm a new creation, a being that has never existed before. I'm not a normal human. And any other Christian watching this, you're not a normal human. So my spirit is divine. You can't see it, but my spirit, I need a body to operate in this world. Obviously, I need a body to operate in this world. Right? When I was in a coma, I don't know if this video will be posted before or after you see my testimony, but when I was in a coma, if I released my body completely, I would be gone, right? But my spirit is still alive. Have you heard about those near-death experiences? I'm not going to tell you mine because I don't have actual words of what happened or whatever I saw, but you've heard some of those near-death experiences, right? And they come back and say, oh my God, I saw this, I saw that. They did not completely release their body. They released it to some extent for their spirit to leave, right? But they had to come back. They came back. So when people die, right, they release their bodies. They release their image. This is my image. Temporarily, right? While I'm on earth, I have this image. Yes. Likewise, God. Hear me out. God is a spirit. And this is the video you're going to use to explain to all those people that say, oh, well, Jesus didn't say he is God. Well, did Jesus say, I am God? Of course not. He spoke in revelation knowledge, and he spoke Jewish. He was Jewish, a complete Jew. He spoke to the Jewish people. The Jewish people understood exactly what he was saying. That's why they grabbed stones and wanted to because they knew exactly what he was saying. So for people in 2026 to say, oh, well, Jesus didn't say he is God. I've seen those arguments. I've actually had those exact same arguments, and they did not, they were like, no, Jesus didn't say he is God. And I'm like, you don't understand. He did say it over and over and over and over again. God has an image. Just like I have an image, God has an image. And for God to communicate with you here on earth, he needs a body. Just like I need a body to function in this world. Just like you need a body to function in this world. So those people who have near-death experiences, like I did, they leave. Their spirit leaves. They are alive. They are very alive. They are more alive than they were on earth. That's just to tell you, like, this earth is just very temporary, right? They were more alive when they were in their full spiritual function, right? They were more alive, but they came back into their bodies because they needed to be in their bodies to operate in this earth. Likewise, what? God needed a body, and therefore he sent his body, aka Jesus Christ. God sent his body, Jesus Christ. Okay, even the scripture says Jesus is the exact image of God, the exact imprint, and the word for that is character, the exact character. The word we use in English, he's a funny character. She's a funny character. Like the character of God in a person. Just like the character of Sukimi London in a person. This body is my character, right? But the spirit within me is divine. The spirit within me you cannot see with your eyes except your spirit. So if you left a comment below saying you can't see my spirit, then I'm going to assume you're a ghost. Okay? Except if you're a spirit, you cannot see my spirit. That's what Jesus was on earth. God came in a body. He sent his image. He was sitting right there. God was talking to us in a person. And if your mind is not open, you're going to throw this away and say, oh, please, no. I'm telling you, save this video, watch it over and over again so you can use it to explain to other lovely brothers and sisters who don't think Jesus is God. Jesus is literally God. God needed to be in human form, to be on earth. That's the law of this earth. You need to be in a body to operate. That's why even evil spirits operate with humans. They need humans. They enter humans to operate. A disembodied spirit can't do anything to you. A disembodied spirit needs a human to operate in this world. God is Jesus, and Jesus is God. Not union in mission, right? They're not united in mission. Like, oh, well, we're three gods, we have the same mission. No, they're united in character. Jesus is the image of the invincible God. And I'll prove it to you how Jesus, time without number, said he was God. Not in plain English language, but no, in revelation knowledge, in revelation speaking with the Jews. The Jews understood, that's why everyone hated him. And they said, no, we don't stone you because you're this or that. No, we stone you because you being a normal man, make yourself God, because they understood exactly what he was saying. Now, bring out your pencils, your pen, write these down. All right. Jesus declares himself God in his own words. First verse, John 14:9, whoever has seen me has seen the Father. You can read it in NLT translation. You can read it in CSB translation. Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. And if that's not enough, John 12:45, for if you are seeing me, you are seeing the Father. If you are seeing me, you are seeing Sukimi London. Okay? I'm Sigmi London. You cannot see my spirit. My spirit lives within me. So for me to function here, I gotta use this body. All right. Okay, that's why your body is not you. Don't despise yourself. Don't look at yourself in the mirror and talk down to yourself, because your body is not you. I know we want to look good in this world because, you know, the world is crazy. The world system says we got to look good. We got to look put together. If not, we're not this. If not, we're not that. Look, disregard all those statements, because all those comments is not you. Your body is not you. Do you want to be healthy? Yes. Do you want to look put together? Yes, absolutely. I love looking put together. I'm a model, I'm an actor, right? So I love looking put together. I love fashion. I love, right? But that's not me. If someone comes up to me right now and say, oh, you look ugly. Okay, and what about you? What about you? Let's see your face. Don't hide behind your computer. Don't hide behind your computer in the basement. Let's see you, right? So you cannot take words from people of this world seriously. Don't let anybody speak down on you, because your physical you is not you. Is not the real you. And I'm sure even you know that yourself, because how you feel your spirit should be detached to this world. It should be detached. That nothing in this world will upset you. That nothing anybody can say about you will upset you. If you are in Christ, you are the righteousness of God in Christ Jesus. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Okay, now see what John 10:30 says. The Father and I are one. Now this was a bold declaration in those days. This was so bold that they hated his guts. Like, who the heck are you? You're just a man. You're trying to make yourself God. You're declaring that you're God. Who are you? You're no one. You're the son of a carpenter. A son of a carpenter. Okay, the Father and I are one. Another one, John 13:20. Whoever welcomes me has welcomed the Father. Whoever is welcoming Jesus is welcoming God into their life. Whoever is welcoming Jesus welcomes the creator of everything into their lives. That's what Jesus is saying here. Matthew 10:40 says, anyone who receives me has received the Father. Anyone who receives me receives the Father. There is no God without Jesus, because Jesus is the physical image of God. At the end of the age, who's going to judge the world? Everybody know, every religion knows Jesus is the one who's judging the world. And Luke 10:16 goes ahead to say, anyone who rejects me is what? Rejecting the Father. Anyone who rejects Jesus is rejecting the creator of the universe. Anyone who rejects Jesus is rejecting their creator. Anyone who is rejecting Jesus is rejecting God. That's all you're saying. You reject Jesus, you're literally saying, I don't want God. That's the bottom line. And you cannot serve God without serving Jesus, because they're one and the same. I think once you understand they're one and the same, they are the same. It's the same being. Also, there's even a time where one of his disciples were saying, you know what, just show us the Father already and get it over with, please. Just show us the Father, Jesus, please. Show us the Father. And Jesus said, have you been spending all this time with me and you don't know who the Father is? You spent this whole time with me, listen to all my teachings, you're following me around, and you're still asking me to show you the Father. Have you not seen the Father already? You've been around this whole time and you're still saying, show you the Father? Right? Even he was telling his disciples, like, bro, this whole time you've been with me. We've been chilling together, whining together, eating together. The Father is literally chatting with you, and you're saying, show us the Father. It's like you've been hanging out with me, watching my videos, right? And you still don't know who Sukami London is? And you're still saying, hey, Sukami London, oh my God, can you show us who Sukami London is? You keep talking about this girl, Sukami London. Who is Sukami London? Show us who she is. This is going to be my response to you. I'm going to sip my water and mind my business. God was there in the beginning, and he had the plan to make people, to create a family. And he said, you know what? I'm going to create a family. I'm going to create them from dust, and to let them know that I do exist and I love them so much and I want to put my DNA in them. I got to go visit them over there. I got to go tell them, hey guys, this is me. I want you to be my children. How am I going to do that? I'm going to need to enter their world. How will I do that? I'm going to have to come out of my shell. I'm going to have to make myself a body. Oh yeah, Jesus, can you come out please? Jesus comes out of God, steps out from God as a man to enter this world. That has been the plan from the beginning. Jesus always existed because he was in God. God was in him, he was in God. The Spirit of God is the spirits we carry as new believers. Everything is intertwined. It's 3 in 1, but they're all the same, right? They're all the same, not just the same in mission, but the same in unity, the same in character. When you have the Spirit in you, that's why Jesus says, the Father and I will come into you. Okay? Jesus, the image of the Father and the Father and the Father's Spirit will all coming into you. Do you get it now? I hope you're truly understanding this, that the eyes of your mind may be enlightened. This is the hope, that God will have your mind to be enlightened, because this is the only way you can truly be divine in skin. To truly be divine in skin, you need to know who God is. You need to know who your creator is for you to even know yourself. Who created me? Why was I created? Oh, wow, this is the reason? Okay, now I know myself. Now I know myself. Now I know how to move on this world. Now I know this world is really temporary. Now I know I have a permanent home, a forever life. Okay, let me give you some more verses, and you can meditate on these verses. You can reread it. You can make sure you share this video to anyone who's willing to listen and to gain some more understanding, and their minds may be enlightened. Okay? John 8:19 also says, if you knew me, then you would know the Father, because we're the same people. And Paul just brings everything home in Colossians 1:15, where he says, Jesus is the visible image of the invisible God. I am the visible image of the spirit of Sukami London. This animated person is the visible image of the invisible person, right? I'm the visible image of the woman on the inside. I'm the visible image of my spirit. Just like Jesus is the visible image of the invisible God. And Hebrews 1:3 says, the Son radiates God's very own glory, and he is the full expression of his very character. That same word I told you about earlier, this is it being repeated right here. This is not metaphor, this is not poetry, this is direct revelation of who Jesus is. To see Jesus is to see God. To receive Jesus is to receive God. And to reject Jesus is to reject God. So with these few words, I hope you now understand that yes, Jesus did say he is God. And he said it in so many ways. He said it directly. He said it boldly to the point of them wanting to end him. They grab stones. Numerous times they pick up stones to stone him. They try to set him up. And eventually they did end him because he did say he was God. So for those who want to argue that, oh, well, Jesus didn't say it, Jesus didn't use those 3 words, I am God. Yes, in the beginning was the I am. The I am was Jesus. And the Jews knew exactly what he was saying. They knew exactly what he was saying. So you saying that Jesus didn't say, I am God, is a very weak argument, actually. It's very weak. He said it repeatedly, in more bold ways than just saying, I am God. Jesus didn't speak your plain English today. I am God. Those words didn't exist in English. English did not even exist. He said it in a Jewish manner, the way the Jews would actually understand, to the point of ending him. Yeah, he said it to their faces several times in bold ways, not even just saying, I am God. No, he said it in more bold ways. And that's why he was crucified. Even though they did not know, they played into his plan from the beginning. They played into his plan. His plan was to be crucified for us. His plan was to give himself up for us. And they said, there's a time they said, he heals the sick, he raised the dead, he has the power to forgive and take away sins. Only God can forgive sins. Who are you? Only who? Only God can forgive sins. The Jewish people knew this. The Jewish people understood a statement like that. They already knew that only God can forgive sins. And now this man comes and said he forgives sins. He takes away sin. He takes away sickness. He takes away diseases. He comforts your soul. Only God can do these things. They knew exactly who Jesus was claiming to be. They knew, they've heard it before, and they knew, like, this guy is saying exactly what's in our Torah. And that's why he was crucified. I mean, seriously, at this point, it's like, how else is Jesus supposed to say it? That he is God. How else is he supposed to say that? He said it outright. He said it in different ways. He said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. He said, the Father and I are one. He said, oh, how can you be with me? How can you be hanging out with me this whole time and you don't know who the Father is? He said it in so many different ways. And if you don't want to agree that Jesus is God, you just don't want to agree. That's just it. I mean, that's just the reality of it. That's just it, that you're not truly open to the truth anyway. So it's like anyone trying to argue with you is almost like pointless, or anyone trying to teach you is almost pointless, because if your heart is just stuck on, he didn't use those 3 words to say I am God, then it means you just don't want to believe it. That's just a fact. And if you search your heart, you will also know, like, you don't want to believe it. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to believe it. Even though Jesus himself has said it in so many ways, more than just using 3 words, I am God. So this is the beginning of, maybe I'll add more videos talking about Jesus, and I need to really dive into you being divine in skin, but I also figured you really need to know Jesus. You really need to know God first, and then we're going to dive into who he has made you now. Who are you now? What are the powers he has given you now? What are the things he's deposited in you now? And we're going to dive into that this year, and I hope you're ready. It's going to be a fun ride. And don't forget, I'm going to come for you guys that say you can see my spirit in the comments. If you do, put it in the comments. Please drop your questions below, and I will do my best to answer any of your questions. I do see that a lot of you are watching the videos, and I appreciate you guys so much. Welcome to all our new subscribers. I mean, God bless you. You know what? I want to start praying for you guys, so please drop your prayers. I do want to pray for you, and I don't just mean this lightly, because when I pray for something, I don't know if you're going to watch my testimony video before this. At some point you're going to watch my testimony video. It's going to be dropping soon, and it's just one of the testimonies. I mean, it's a lot of different testimonies, but it's just one of the major ones. And I did mention in there that usually when I pray for people, it actually happens. Not because it's me praying, no, because I have come to acknowledge what God has deposited in me, and I'm keen into what He has deposited in me, the same things He has deposited in you that you should also develop. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you guys here too. Develop everything He has made you as the new creation. But anyway, I'm trying to say, like, thankfully, by God's grace, when I do pray for people, it does happen. And whatever we pray for and we agree, because you have to agree too before you send me your prayers. I need you to also agree, because if you don't agree, I can pray from today till next year. If you don't agree, it's not going to happen. That's just the way it is. So yeah, drop your prayers. You can email it to divineinskin@gmail.com. Email your prayers. I'm going to pray for you guys with my whole heart, because my heart is dedicated to this. This is not just a normal YouTube page. I actually have my personal YouTube page where I talk about skincare, blah, 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 blah. That's just for carnal stuff. Okay, but this is divine. This is divine. Okay, this is very spiritual. This is supernatural. This is going to be the supernatural series where I'm going to be praying for you guys. I'm going to be declaring over you guys, and be ready. And be careful what you ask for, because it just might happen. But yeah, send in your prayers. Drop your prayers below. Send it, whatever you want to do. And I will be praying for all of you. You're not here by mistake. If you just start following us, trust me, you're not here by mistake. We're trying to build a community of true believers. Believers that truly love each other. That love overflows over here. That when people are looking for love and purpose and identity online, they're gonna know, like, hey, there's something going on over here. You need to go join that page. All right, that's what we're trying to build over here. Divine, supernatural, beautiful people that God has called by His name. Oh my God, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. All right, again, my name is Sikimi London. This is Divine in Skin, and I will see you on the next one. Please, I see that you guys are watching. Do not forget, comment, like, share, subscribe. 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 Comment, like, share, and what? Subscribe. All right, love you. Bye.